In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can filter data easily in Excel and summarize a larger data set without having to create a pivot table or do any complex calculations. So here I've got a list of sales data by sales rep, state and city and product. I've got the totals. And so what I want to do here is summarize this data in a way where I can easily see the sales by either the sales rep or the state or the city without having to apply any actual filters on here. I want to leave my data set in place as it is right now. So if you're using Office 365, you have the latest version of Excel, you'll have access to the filter function. And that's going to allow you to easily filter your data. So here's how it works. So I'm going to click over here and use that filter function. And I'm going to specify my array. So my entire data set, this is what you want to include in your results. So I'm going to select this table that I've got here, so we can see table 1. And by creating a table, it makes it really easy to reference the entire data set and the individual fields as well. The next argument that I'm going to use is for what values I want to include. So this is basically my filter data. So let's say I want to look at all the values relating to the state of Illinois. So I can select this field. If I click like this, I've got that entire field selected. I don't have to worry about the range. And I'm going to set that equal to Illinois. And so that's all I need to do. And now it's going to return all the values related to Illinois. Now, the one thing you'll notice is that the formatting is not the same here. I've got dates that are showing in a number format, but I can just change this by selecting the entire column, selecting a short date. Here I might adjust the currency or the format so it looks like a currency format, and then adjust my columns accordingly. Now, we're missing the headers here, but I can easily add that on as well. So just do Control-C, Control-V. And by doing it this way, I'm able to easily filter through the data. So if I wanted to switch it to, let's say, New York, I can do that as well. Type in New York, easy enough. Now, ideally, what we can do is set up variables for this. So instead of manually typing this in, I can just use placeholders. So for example, I'll type in Texas as the field that I want to reference. So if I go into here, instead of actually typing in the state, I can just change this equal to Texas. And now I've got all the values related to Texas. So it's really easy to filter this. So you can imagine you can copy this over to multiple areas of your spreadsheet, and you can have different views of your data set without having to go through and manually clicking through and adjusting your data. Because one of the things that can happen is if you've filtered or you've applied multiple filters and you forget about them, you've got your raw data set still filtered, and maybe you don't want it to be filtered. So by doing it this way, using the filter function, you can make it a bit more dynamic. Now, what we can also do is add multiple filters. So in this example right now, I'm just filtering by the state. But let's say I also want to filter by, let's say the city. Let's say I want to look specifically at Dallas, Texas. So I can have another field here for Dallas, and what I need to do now is adjust this second argument here for include. So I'm going to put this first argument in parentheses, and then I'm going to use the multiply sign, and then open parentheses one more time. And this time I'm going to select the city field. And again, we want to make sure we've selected it correctly in a table format. We've got the table name and then the field. So this way it's cleaner than referencing an entire range. You could reference all of column D or all of column C, it doesn't matter, but it'll be less intensive on your formula and easier to make the changes and know that you're referencing the right field. So I'm going to set city equal to Dallas here, and now close my parentheses again. And now you'll see I've just got a list of all the values related to Dallas and Texas. Now I could obviously filter it by sales rep and also by product if I wanted to. And I could even just add on to these filters. All I would need to do is if I go back into this filter function, I could just add to this list of criteria, open another set of parentheses, put another field. So if I wanted to make it a bit more specific, like let's say we wanted to look at a storage cabinet, specifically storage cabinets. So let's type in storage cabinet here. And so what we can do is add to these filters even more. So the key is to find that first filter function, because that's going to link in everything. We don't want to make changes here. We want to make changes in this main one. You can see these other ones are grayed out. So I want to go to that main one that's going to populate the rest of these values. So what we can do is multiply again, open parentheses, and this time we're going to select the product field. Again, we've got table, and then we've got the field name equal to that value. Close this, and now we've got Dallas, Texas, and just storage cabinet. So let's say we change this to whiteboard. We'll get just the values related to that. So it's a really easy way to dynamically filter your data and without having to impact your original data set. And what you could even do further is set up drop-down options here if you wanted to, just to make it a drop-down so you don't have to key it in. So it could be really user-friendly setup where you can just easily toggle between different options. I mean, you can type it in, you can type in the formula, it doesn't matter, but by using links, linking the cells, it's a lot easier to make these changes. So if we wanted to, we can copy this to another part of our spreadsheet, let's say down here, where let's say we want to look up for anything that's in Dallas, Texas, that's a desk lamp. We can change that as well, and it'll populate just those values. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, however, is if you've got three arguments in here, if you delete one of these values, then you're going to get a calculation error saying it's not finding that. So just keep that in mind, depending on how many criteria you plan to use, just to make sure that you've got selections for that. If you don't want that criteria and you want to include everything, just eliminate that field. So let's say we want to include all of these items. We delete that, and now we've got all of that in there, irrespective of what this selection is. So that's how you can use the filter function to easily filter your data in multiple places. So whether it's you want to look at different states, different cities, any sort of variables in your data set, it's a lot easier to set that up using the filter function, which is available on the latest version of Excel. Now, if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Thanks so much for watching.